For an entire generation, Queen was defined by spectacle: the fire of Brian May's guitar, the thunder of Roger Taylor's drums, and the supernova energy of Freddie Mercury. But there was always one member who stood apart: the quiet, brilliant backbone, John Deacon. He gave the world the iconic bass lines for "Another One Bites the Dust" and "I Want to Break Free." But when the music stopped, he did the unthinkable. He vanished. After performing at a tribute for Freddie in 1997, John Deacon walked away from one of the biggest bands in history and never looked back. No reunion tours, no interviews, no public appearances. At 73, after nearly 3 decades of silence, his absence has become the most enduring and heartbreaking mystery in rock. But his long, powerful silence is, in fact, the final, undeniable confirmation of what we all suspected about his bond with Freddie Mercury: the unbreakable bond, the quiet genius, and the showman. The public saw Deacon as shy, but within Queen, he and Freddie shared an intense, almost familial connection that was the band's emotional center. While May and Taylor were often caught in technical or creative spats, it was Deacon's calm demeanor that acted as the unstated peacemaker. Deacon was the one who could bring an element of soul and funk that Freddie adored, leading to the massive global success of songs they often collaborated on. Freddie, in turn, was fiercely protective of the quiet bassist, recognizing his immense talent and his aversion to the spotlight. Their relationship was built on a deep, mutual respect that transcended the chaos of rock stardom. Fans saw the closeness. They saw the reliance. The greatest tragedy of Queen was not just losing a frontman, but shattering the one bond that held the quietest member to the chaotic world of rock and roll. The final straw. The show could not go on. When Freddie Mercury died in 1991, the heart of Queen was ripped out. While Brian May and Roger Taylor, out of necessity and love for the music, found a way to continue the legacy, John Deacon made his choice immediately and brutally clear. There is no point carrying on. It is impossible to replace Freddie. He tried a few times: the tribute concert, a charity event, and one final performance of The Show Must Go On in 1997. But it was there, on that stage in Paris, that the quiet man of Queen finally spoke his loudest truth. Brian May recalled the exact moment. Deacon simply looked at them and declared, "I can't do this anymore." The truth Deacon confirms through his retreat is that his loyalty was not to the brand of Queen, but to the man, Freddie Mercury. For him, Queen wasn't a corporate entity that could be swapped out with a new singer. It was an irreplaceable 4-person unit, the ultimate confirmation: peace over fame. So, what is the ultimate confirmation John Deacon delivers at 73? It's the cost of integrity. He confirms that he rejected immense wealth, global fame, and the persistent pleas of his former bandmates because the grief was too profound and the loss was too great. His decades of absolute silence is the greatest tribute to Freddie Mercury any bandmate could ever give. And yet, here is the final twist. John Deacon remains a full business partner in Queen. He still receives his portion of royalties, and every major decision, from the Bohemian Rhapsody movie to Adam Lambert tours, must be approved by him. He maintains his financial stake while rejecting the creative and emotional stress. His silence is the loudest statement in rock history. He chose peace and loyalty over the endless pressure of fame.